The universe hums in silence, vast and endless, like a dream unspoken. Stars flicker, breathing slow. Somewhere between waking and forever, a voice stirs. Morpheus drifts across the veil of sleep, guardian of dreams, keeper of forgotten skies. Yet tonight, even he feels the stillness. The dreams of humankind have grown dim. The once vivid visions now fade like dust on a dying ember. He listens, waiting, hearing only the hollow echo of slumber. Then, from the heart of the void, a whisper breaks through. Soft, distant, like light trembling in fog. Morpheus, it calls, find the Starborn Path. He opens his eyes, though eyes mean little here. The stars seem further now, colder, veiled by a silence that weighs heavy upon the soul. Somewhere, a child still dreams of starlight. Somewhere, a forgotten song hums beneath the noise of time. Morpheus turns toward the whisper, his form dissolving into silver mist. The journey begins where dreams end, and where light remembers its name. The cosmos holds its breath. The first step awaits. The night lies quiet, blank as paper. Morpheus steps through the dreamless air, his cloak trailing light. He follows a faint pulse, a shimmer of memory beneath the dark. The stars above do not sing. They watch, silent. Below, a small village sleeps, wrapped in a hush too deep to be peaceful. No dreams drift here. The windows are closed, the hearts unmoved, the minds untouched by wonder. Morpheus walks unseen between the houses, feeling the weight of their forgotten stories. Each soul once dreamed of oceans, mountains, skies that breathed. Now, nothing. He stops before a small window where candlelight flickers weakly. A child stirs. Her name is Lyra. She dreams still. Her mind glows like a tiny star in the fog. Morpheus enters her dream gently, a whisper through the curtain of sleep. Inside, she stands beneath a sky of falling lights. She reaches up, trying to catch one. "Mister, are you real?" she asks, voice trembling like wind in grass. "Only as real as your dream," he answers. "Do you know why your stars fall?" She nods. They're lonely. They've been waiting for someone to find them. Morpheus kneels beside her. "Then you must be brave, little one. Dreams fade when no one believes." Lyra looks at him with eyes full of wonder. "I still believe. I dream every night, even when no one else does." He smiles, soft and sad. "Then you are the last dreamer of your kind." The stars above shimmer faintly, as if listening. She points to one, bright, silver, trembling at the edge of the horizon. "That one talks to me," she says. Morpheus tilts his head. "What does it say?" Lyra's voice becomes a whisper. "It says it fell, long ago, and it cannot find its way home." The words echo through Morpheus's heart like a forgotten chord. He remembers the voice, the call to find the Starborn Path. Perhaps this is where it begins. He stands, and the dream ripples, like water. "Lyra," he says, "show me where the star fell." She takes his hand. The dream shifts. They stand now on a hill outside the village, where grass glows faintly under the moon. There, half buried in soil and mist, lies a shard of light, small, broken, breathing softly. Morpheus bends to touch it. Warmth flows through his fingers, carrying whispers of old starlight. He sees flashes, oceans of gold, voices calling from beyond the cosmos, the moment when dreams and stars were one. Then the light fades, and silence returns. Lyra looks at him. "Can you fix it?" she asks. "Not yet," he says. "But this is the first step." He rises, his cloak swirling with fragments of dream dust. The night trembles. Somewhere, deep in the sleeping sky, a new star flickers awake. Lyra smiles, her dream glowing brighter. "Will you come back?" she whispers. Morpheus's voice drifts like wind through the stars. "Always, little dreamer, always." And as dawn approaches, the village breathes again. For the first time in years, someone remembers a dream. The morning fades into silver mist. Morpheus walks beyond the village, following the echo of Lyra's dream. The path winds through fields where dew clings to forgotten memories. Each step hums with quiet sorrow. He carries the shard of starlight in his hand, dim but pulsing like a sleeping heart. It leads him toward the mountains, where clouds rest low upon the earth. By dusk, he reaches the Mirror Lake, a place once alive with the reflection of the heavens. Now the water lies still, gray as glass, untouched by stars or song. He kneels at the edge. The lake breathes faintly, as if dreaming shallowly. Once, a voice whispers from the water, we mirrored eternity. Morpheus listens. Ripples form, though no wind stirs. Who speaks? He asks. I am the memory of the lake, it answers, voice soft as moonlight on stone. Long ago, mortals gazed upon me and spoke with the stars. They dreamed together. But then came the silence. Morpheus touches the surface and visions bloom. Faces of dreamers, eyes filled with constellations, all fading into dust. What is the silence? He asks quietly. The forgetting, the lake replies. When mortals stopped looking up, when they traded wonder for certainty. A cold wind passes. The shard in Morpheus's hand glows faintly, answering the sorrow. He whispers, the Starborn Path. Is it here? The lake sighs. It lies beyond reflection. You must find the keeper of echoes beneath me. The surface trembles. A doorway of liquid light opens, leading downward into the depths. Morpheus steps in without fear. The water closes around him like silk, cool and luminous. He drifts through layers of forgotten dreams, shapes of birds made of music, whispers of ancient starlight, the laughter of children lost to time. Down and down he falls, until the silence becomes a sound, a low, endless hum. At the bottom, he lands gently upon a field of crystal sand. The water has vanished. He stands inside a dome of light. At its center rises a figure woven from shimmering echoes, a being both old and newborn. Its voice carries every tone of memory, every sigh ever released by a dream. I am the keeper of echoes, it says, and you, Morpheus, have come seeking what was lost. Morpheus bows his head. I seek the Starborn Path, that humanity may dream again. The keeper raises its hand, releasing a rain of faint sounds, laughter, prayers, songs, tears. These are the remnants of your kind's dreams, it murmurs. Faint, but still alive. Morpheus closes his eyes, feeling each echo shimmer through him, like sunlight through glass. The keeper continues. The path cannot be seen. It must be remembered. Follow the 10 lost dreams scattered across the world. Gather them, and the bridge between star and soul shall awaken once more. The dome brightens. The lake's voice returns. Go now, Dream Lord. The world sleeps too deeply. Morpheus steps back through the liquid gate. The surface breaks, and he rises into starlight again. The lake gleams faintly, as if breathing for the first time in centuries. Morpheus looks toward the horizon. The journey has begun. The world above still sleeps, as Morpheus climbs from the waters of the Mirror Lake. The air hums with new purpose, faint but alive. The shard of starlight glows warmer in his palm. He walks beneath silver clouds, tracing the keeper's words in his thoughts. 10 forgotten dreams scattered across the world. 10 fragments of the Starborn Path. The journey must begin where the first echo lingers. He follows the whisper of memory to an ancient forest, older than dawn, where trees remember names. The wind there speaks in murmurs, carrying the ghosts of lullabies. At its heart stands a stone altar, half buried in moss, carved with symbols of sleep and song. The shard vibrates softly. The forest seems to breathe with it. Morpheus kneels and places the light upon the stone. A ripple spreads through the air, and the voice of the keeper returns, faint but clear. Every dream forgotten becomes an echo, it says. I am their guardian, their witness, their keeper. From the shadows, shapes begin to form. wisps of dream stuff like smoke and music intertwined. They drift around Morpheus, whispering fragments of old stories. One speaks of the painter who lost her stars, another hums of the nomad who sang to the sand. Morpheus listens, his eyes closed, hearing the rhythm beneath the sorrow. These are the first echoes, the keeper continues. They remember joy, longing, and the courage to imagine. Morpheus asks, "How will I find them?" "Follow the resonance of wonder," says the voice. "Each dream calls to those who still listen." He rises, the shard pulsing in rhythm with his heart. The forest stirs. Leaves flutter, though no wind blows. A single silver feather drifts from above, glowing faintly as it lands in his hand. It hums softly, resonating with the shard. A direction, a beginning. Morpheus gazes upward, where the branches twist into constellations of faint light. He whispers, then the first echo awaits. The keeper's voice fades, leaving only the forest's breath. Morpheus steps forward, and the feather transforms into a trail of light leading east. As he walks, the trees bow gently, their bark gleaming with ancient symbols. They remember him, the dream lord who once painted their slumber. He passes through twilight meadows where the air glows faintly blue. Dream butterflies flutter past, born from forgotten wishes. Each wingbeat releases faint laughter, like the memory of joy. He smiles softly. Even in silence, some dreams endure. Night falls once more. The moon rises like a slow heartbeat. Morpheus stops upon a ridge, looking toward distant hills. There, far beyond the veil of mist, a faint shimmer dances, like paint upon air, alive with color. The echo of the painter. The first dream calls. Morpheus closes his hand around the glowing feather, and the starlight answers. The journey toward the first dream begins under a sky reborn with faint light. And far behind him in the quiet lake, the reflection of a new star trembles awake. The horizon glows with the last breath of dusk as Morpheus walks eastward. The air thickens with color, shifting like spilled paint across the wind. He knows he draws near. The first forgotten dream is close. The silver feather in his hand burns brighter, pulsing to an unseen rhythm. Soon, he reaches a valley where light dances upon stone walls, alive yet silent. Every surface glimmers with half-formed murals, unfinished, fading, trembling in the dusk. Here, beauty lingers, but never speaks. A small cottage rests at the heart of the valley, windows veiled in dust and memory. Inside, an artist sleeps by her easel, her fingers still stained with starlight paint. Her name drifts from the air itself. Celine. Morpheus enters her dream softly, a ripple through the still canvas of her mind. Within the dream, she stands before a night sky made of glass, brush in hand. The stars above her flicker weakly, as though afraid to shine. "Why do you not paint them?" Morpheus asks gently. Celine turns, her eyes hollow yet glowing faintly. "Because I forgot how they felt." He steps closer. "You once dreamed of them, didn't you?" She nods. "Long ago, I painted every star I saw, but now the sky won't answer me." Morpheus lifts his hand and the air shimmers. Images swirl. Old paintings that once sang with light, now gray and cracked. He touches one, and it breathes again, color blooming like dawn through shadow. Celine gasps, tears of light in her eyes. "I remember this one, the night I dreamed of infinity." "The dream is still within you," Morpheus says. "It only sleeps." She looks at her trembling hands. "Then show me how to wake it." He smiles. "You already know." Celine raises her brush. The canvas before her glows as if alive. Her strokes become constellations, her colors the pulse of galaxies reborn. Each motion calls a star from darkness. The night inside her dream deepens into wonder. Morpheus watches silently, his reflection appearing in every spark of light she paints. When the final star ignites, the sky within her heart opens wide. For the first time in years, she laughs, a sound like silver rain. The echo of the laugh spreads beyond the dream, into the waking world. Her paintings begin to shimmer faintly on the walls of her home. Outside, faint starlight touches the valley once more. Celine turns to him, her voice a whisper. "What happens now?" "You remember," Morpheus replies, "and through your hands, others will too." She looks up, the starlit sky reflected in her tears. "Will I see you again?" "Every time you dream," he says, fading into the glow of her painting. As the dream dissolves, Celine awakes with starlight on her fingers. She steps outside and sees a single star shining where none had been before. It blinks once, as if in gratitude. Far away, Morpheus walks beneath that same light, the shard in his hand brighter than before. The first echo is restored, and the world dreams a little deeper. The stars fade behind drifting sands as Morpheus crosses a boundless desert. The air shimmers, whispering songs that vanish before they reach the ear. The shard in his hand glows faintly, its light wavering like breath. The second echo calls from this wasteland, hidden in the heart of silence. He walks through dunes that rise and fall like sleeping giants. Each step stirs old memories of travelers who once followed constellations for hope. But tonight, the sky is dim, the stars hide behind veils of dust and time. Then, far ahead, a flicker. A small fire glows beside a lonely figure. A traveler sits beside it, singing softly to the endless horizon. His song is made of longing and light, a melody woven from starlight itself. Morpheus listens, his steps silent, his presence unseen. The traveler's voice carries through the air. "Guide me, unseen stars, though your faces fade." Morpheus steps into the glow of the fire. "You sing to the stars though they do not answer." The man looks up but shows no fear. "They always answer, just not in words." His eyes gleam with faith, weary but unbroken. "I am Kale," he says. "The last of my caravan. The sands took the rest." Morpheus sits beside him. "And yet you sing." Kale smiles faintly. "If I stop, I'll forget the sound of hope." The fire crackles. Embers float like tiny suns into the night. Morpheus watches them rise, feeling their warmth stir the dreams of the world. "Why do you walk this desert alone?" Kyle asks. "To find the Starborn Path," Morpheus answers. "To awaken the dreams that sleep." Kale nods slowly. "Then perhaps our paths cross for a reason." He takes a small flute from his pack, carved from crystal. When he plays, the melody flows like wind over dunes. Each note glows faintly, forming shapes of constellations above them. Morpheus gazes upward. The stars shimmer through the veil of sand, faint but alive. The tune carries memories of the ancient sky, when every soul looked upward with wonder. Kyle lowers the flute. "They hear me," he says softly. "The stars remember." "Their memory is your gift," Morpheus replies. "Keep singing. The world needs your voice." The shard of starlight pulses stronger, resonating with Kale's song. Light blooms across the dunes, illuminating the path ahead. Kale stares in awe as the sand ripples with starlit patterns. "The desert breathes again," he whispers. Morpheus stands. "Your faith has rekindled an echo of the cosmos. The second dream awakens." Kale bows his head. "Then may the next dreamer find what I could not." He offers the crystal flute to Morpheus. "Take this. It knows the sound of stars." Morpheus accepts it, the melody lingering in the air long after the notes fade. As dawn rises, Kyle and his fire vanish into the desert's golden light. Morpheus continues eastward, the flute at his side, the shard now radiant as dawn. Behind him, the wind hums the traveler's song, soft, endless, alive. And above, the stars begin to shine once more. Beyond the desert, the air cools and the earth begins to glow. Morpheus follows the shimmer of the flute's melody, now soft as moonlight. It leads him through a canyon of glassy stone, where echoes of dreams sleep in silence. At the canyon's end, the ground opens into a valley of light, the Astral Garden. Here, stars lie sleeping like seeds beneath translucent soil. The air hums with ancient power, warm and gentle, alive with whispers. Each seed glows faintly, pulsing like the rhythm of a distant heartbeat. Morpheus kneels among them, feeling their quiet sorrow. "These are unborn stars," he murmurs, "dreams that never found their sky." A voice answers, tender and tired, "And I am their keeper." From the starlit mist, a being emerges, soft, luminous, cloaked in petals of light. Its face is neither young nor old, but filled with endless patience. "I am the guardian of the Astral Garden," it says, "and my stars no longer bloom." Morpheus bows slightly. "I have seen the silence. It touches even your realm." The guardian nods, eyes dim with grief. "Once, mortals dreamed of creation. Now they dream only of survival." It touches a seed, and it flickers briefly before fading again. "I try to wake them," the guardian whispers, "but my song no longer reaches their hearts." Morpheus lifts the crystal flute Kale gave him. "Perhaps a different song will." He raises it to his lips, breathing gently. A melody flows, slow, aching, filled with the warmth of memory. The garden responds. The seeds tremble. Light spreads like dawn through crystal soil. The guardian closes its eyes, listening. "Yes," it whispers, "they remember." Morpheus continues to play, his tune weaving through the stars' dreams. The ground beneath glows brighter. The sleeping seeds begin to awaken. One rises, small and golden, lifting itself into the air. It opens like a flower, releasing a spark that ascends into the night sky. A new star ignites above, steady and clear. The guardian gazes upward, tears of light falling silently. "Thank you," it says. "You have reminded them of hope." Morpheus lowers the flute. "It is not my song. It is theirs. I only carried it." The guardian smiles faintly, fading with the wind. "Then carry another." It offers him a single glowing seed, resting in its palm. "This one is not yet born. When the final dream is found, plant it in the sky." Morpheus takes the seed. It pulses gently, like the beat of a new heart. As he stands, the garden begins to bloom in full, the stars awakening one by one. Light floods the valley, illuminating the path ahead. The guardian's voice drifts through the wind. "Follow the child of time. They wait beyond the horizon." Morpheus turns toward the rising starlight, his cloak glimmering with dream dust. The flute hums softly at his side, and the seed warms in his hand. The third echo has awakened, and the heavens remember how to dream again. The path from the Astral Garden winds upward through time itself. Morpheus feels the rhythm of the universe shift beneath his feet. Moments blur, past, present, and future, melting into one another like mist. The flute hums softly, guiding him toward a valley suspended between seconds. Here, stars drift slowly, as if time has forgotten how to move. He steps carefully, watching ripples of memory shimmer around him. Each step echoes with laughter yet to be born, tears not yet shed. And there, in the center of stillness, stands a child facing the sky. Her hair glows silver, and her eyes reflect galaxies. She smiles when she sees him, though her face changes, young, old, newborn, ancient. "I've been waiting," she says. "Or perhaps I already met you." Morpheus bows slightly. "You must be the child of time." She nods. "I remember tomorrow, but I forget yesterday. Every sunrise erases something." Morpheus sits beside her. "Then tell me what you remember now." She points to the stars. "I remember when they were alive, when mortals dreamed them into being." Her voice trembles. "But their dreams have thinned. The future grows hollow." Morpheus opens his hand, revealing the glowing seed from the Astral Garden. "Then perhaps this belongs to you," he says. The child studies it, her gaze both wise and curious. "It's not time for it to bloom." "Not yet." She touches the seed, and visions flood the air, centuries unfolding in silence, constellations fading and reborn. Morpheus sees cities of glass, oceans of thought, and dreamers who forget their own names. Then the vision turns, showing a single bright path of light cutting through eternity. The Starborn Path, Morpheus whispers. The child nods. It is the thread that binds all moments together, but it frays with disbelief. How can it be restored? He asks. She smiles, sad but serene. By remembering what must never be lost, the courage to dream forward. She reaches into the air and plucks a fragment of light, shaped like a clock's heartbeat. This is a fragment of time unbroken, she says. It will guide you when the future forgets itself. Morpheus takes it, feeling its pulse merge with his own. The child looks away, her form flickering between lifetimes. When you find the next echo, she whispers, tell them I am still dreaming. The air trembles. The valley begins to dissolve into silver mist. Morpheus rises. Will I see you again? She laughs, a sound like chimes in the wind. You already have, and you will again. Her voice fades, but her laughter lingers, echoing through the folds of time. The flute hums softly, the seed glows brighter, and the shard of starlight in his palm expands. The fourth echo is restored. Time itself breathes once more. As Morpheus steps forward, the stars rearrange, forming a new constellation, a child reaching for dawn. He looks toward the horizon where a faint light calls. The city without night awaits. The horizon shimmers with cold light as Morpheus nears the city without night. It rises like a crown of mirrors, each tower glowing with artificial dawn. There is no darkness here, no stars above, no dreams below. The sky hums with electric noise, and sleep is a forgotten ritual. Morpheus walks unseen among the neon streets, where faces glow from endless screens. People move like shadows of themselves, eyes open but dreaming through machines. He listens. Their minds buzz with fragments, manufactured dreams, empty and loud. No silence, no wonder, only imitation. He closes his eyes, feeling the pulse of the city's heart, a rhythm too fast to breathe. This is the cost, he murmurs. A world without night forgets how to dream. A voice answers from the static, soft and tired. Some of us still remember. He turns. A young woman stands beneath a flickering sign, her gaze weary but bright. Her name drifts from the noise. Era. I dream, she says. But it feels wrong, like I'm borrowing someone else's thoughts. Morpheus nods gently. Because your dreams are caged within the machines. She looks away. How do I free them? He holds out the crystal flute, its glow muted beneath the city's glare. Music reaches where light cannot. Era hesitates, then takes it. She raises it to her lips and blows softly. No sound escapes, but above them, a ripple moves through the artificial sky. The neon lights flicker, the noise falters. She plays again, this time with faith instead of fear. A faint melody emerges, fragile, trembling, alive. Morpheus closes his eyes. The sound carries through every wire, every circuit, every restless soul. Screens begin to dim. People pause. For a heartbeat, silence spreads like dawn. Then, within that stillness, the stars return. Faint at first, reflections on glass, but soon they pierce the smog and light. Children look up, confused but smiling. Era stops playing, tears shining on her cheeks. They're real, she whispers. They never left, Morpheus replies, only forgotten beneath the noise. The flute glows brighter, resonating with the shard of starlight in his hand. Dreams stir across the city, soft visions blooming in the hearts of the sleepless. Some weep, some laugh, some simply close their eyes for the first time in years. Era looks at Morpheus. What happens now? You remember, he says, and you teach others to listen. She nods. Will you stay? He smiles faintly. My place is between dreams, not within them. As he turns to leave, the city dims gently. Its light no longer harsh but kind. The night breathes again. The stars shimmer above towers of glass. And somewhere in the distance, Era's melody lingers, echoing through the wind like hope reborn. The fifth echo awakens. The city without night dreams for the first time in centuries. Morpheus walks onward, guided by the starlight path unfolding before him. Beyond the city without night lies a bridge of crystal wind. Morpheus steps onto it, and the world bends like a reflection on water. The stars swirl beneath his feet, forming constellations that shift with every breath. Each one whispers, a memory of those who once dreamed. He walks slowly, listening, his thoughts heavy with the echoes he has gathered. The flute hums softly, resonating with the seed and the shard of starlight. Together they pulse like a heartbeat, steady and luminous. Ahead, the bridge leads to a great door suspended in the void. It shimmers with patterns of light that rearrange like words unspoken. Morpheus feels a pull, gentle, yet infinite. As he nears, a voice emerges, calm and vast as the universe itself. "You carry the remnants of what was forgotten," it says. Morpheus bows his head. "I seek to restore the Starborn Path." The voice hums in approval. "Then you must remember what even gods forget." He raises his gaze, seeing within the door a reflection of himself, but different. This other Morpheus is surrounded by shadow, eyes closed, holding a broken mirror. "Who are you?" Morpheus asks. The reflection smiles faintly. "I am the dream you abandoned." The air trembles. "When did I abandon you?" "When you chose to guide others instead of yourself." The mirror cracks further, scattering light across the bridge. Morpheus reaches toward it, feeling warmth and sorrow intertwined. "Then teach me," he says softly. "Show me what I've forgotten." The reflection lifts the mirror. Within it, Morpheus sees fragments, his creation of dreams, his fall into silence, his endless wandering. He sees every dreamer he ever touched, and every one he lost to disbelief. Tears gather in his eyes, though they are made of starlight. The reflection steps closer. "You cannot restore the path without walking it yourself." Morpheus hesitates. "If I cross, will I return?" The other smiles. "Dreams do not return. They evolve." He takes a deep breath, then steps forward. The mirror envelops him, its light blinding yet tender. He feels himself dissolve, not vanish, but expand, into the rhythm of all dreaming things. Voices echo through him, not in fear, but in recognition. The dreamers of every age sing softly, weaving his name into the stars. Time folds, and the bridge becomes a pulse of living light. When he opens his eyes again, the reflection is gone. The flute glows like dawn, the shard radiates warmth, and the seed blossoms within his palm. From it grows a flower of pure starlight, its petals shaped like constellations. He breathes in deeply. The Starborn Path shimmers ahead, now whole once more. But he senses one final step remains, one last echo waiting to be awakened. He turns his gaze toward the horizon of dreams, where reality itself begins to blur. The sixth echo hums beneath his feet, and the bridge carries him onward into the final veil. The final veil ripples like water touched by starlight. Morpheus steps through, and the universe exhales. All is quiet. No sound, no shadow. Only the pulse of creation itself. He stands in a vast expanse of silver mist, where dreams are born and dissolved. Here lies the heart of the path, the source of all imagining. The flute floats beside him, glowing softly. The seed in his palm blooms fully. Petals unfold, revealing a sphere of radiant memory. Within it shimmer all the worlds ever dreamed, alive and turning in silence. Morpheus kneels, feeling the heartbeat of existence move through him. He whispers, "This is where it began." A voice answers, not from outside, but from within. And where it begins again. He recognizes it. It is his own, but older, deeper, timeless. The Starborn Path is not a road, it says. It is a song remembered. He closes his eyes. The flute hums, and the air trembles with melody. Each note weaves threads of gold and blue, binding the fragments of reality together. He sees the dreamers across time, the child of time, Era, the city reborn in night. He sees their hearts shining like stars, joined by invisible bridges of belief. The melody swells, echoing across galaxies. Worlds breathe, forgotten constellations rekindle. The path, once broken, now shines whole, an unending river of light. Morpheus rises slowly, surrounded by 1,000 reflections of himself. Each one is a story, a dream, a possibility. He understands then. He was never just the dream keeper, he was the dream itself. The flute fades from his hand, merging into the air. The seed dissolves, its essence flowing into the stars. He steps forward, becoming part of the rhythm that birthed him. Light folds around him, gentle as sleep, vast as eternity. He speaks once more, his voice drifting across the cosmos. To dream is to live. To live is to remember the stars. The mist brightens, then parts, revealing a newborn dawn. From that dawn, countless worlds awaken, whispering his name like a lullaby. Morpheus is gone, yet everywhere, woven into every spark of wonder. The Starborn Path hums quietly, a bridge of light for all who dare to dream. And somewhere, in a quiet corner of the waking world, a child closes her eyes. She sees a man with eyes full of galaxies, smiling softly. He places a star in her hand and says, "Keep it safe. The dream is yours now." She nods, her small fingers glowing with infinite possibility. Above her, the night sky shimmers brighter than ever before. The dream continues, carried by those who remember. And the voice of Morpheus lingers, whispering through the starlit wind. "Follow the path. The stars will always lead you home."